The markets are hitting new all-time highs. What about your portfolio? Today, we're going to take a look at the market as well as a ton of your favorite stocks like OKLO, like SoFi, like AMD, like Palantir. We're going to cover a ton of stocks and several of the most popular ones on Reddit. So, Joe, you ready to get this started?
All right, let's do it. I want to see where I can make some money, Chris.
Let's do it, man. All right, let's start with the S&P 500, right? Everything starts with the market. The market still has a buy signal. The market is still in an uptrend. And like I say, on Friday, pushing new all-time high close right here. So that's a great start. But market breadth still has not caught up, my friend. I mean, it was even last Sunday that we were looking at these, and they are still depressed for the week, still moving down and down and down. And that makes me really nervous, right? When less and less stocks are pushing the market up higher and higher, the concentration risk is getting very elevated. And if that happens, like imagine one of the big stocks like Nvidia or Apple or Microsoft, if they take a hit, it's going to impact the entire market in a much bigger way than we're used to because breadth has been so curtailed, I should say. But either way, that's where we're standing on the market. We have the trend, we have the signal, but we don't have the breadth. So everything that we're looking at here today is going to have the same market profile. All right. Now, for me and my trading plan, I want to see all 9 of the outlier 9 lit up on these stocks. And the SPY, it doesn't have it for me. But you know what? We're going to be looking at a ton of stocks. So let's go to the first one here. I've seen a lot of chatter about this. And what is OKLO? OKLO. When I see OKO, I think about going to like a barbecue restaurant and getting the okra. I swear to you, that's exactly what. I don't even know what it is. What do you know what it is?
I do not know what it is, but where I live, we also don't have okra in the gas stations.
Gas stations? Did I say gas stations? I thought I said barbecue restaurants.
Oh, maybe you did. We don't have them there either.
Oh my god! What do you mean you don't have okra? What's wrong with you guys? You need to get some okra.
We avoid okra like the plague, man.
Oh man, how dare you? You know what you shouldn't be avoiding like the plague. Hey, like that. That was a decent transition right there. Is the OKLO stock that just got a buy signal. This stock has been on fire, ultra fire. The buy signal came on September 16th. Let's go to that chart real quick. OKLO. Holy moly.
Whoa, wow.
You want to talk about a super solid entry. September 16th was right there. Boom. Rocket ships. Higher. How much is that higher? 41% since that buy signal came on Tuesday. Goodness gravy. It's got basically everything lit up except for the market breadth and the sector fear and greed. So this is in the utility sector, typically a really boring sector. So I don't know why this is like running as high as it is. Hang on. It's a nuclear stock. It's a nuclear stock. I believe fully that nuclear is the future, and OKLO is one of my all-time favorite stock picks. At least that's probably what Trump is saying these days. The sector fear and greed, on average, is going down, Joe.
But that is very handy how you just pulled up the news right there without even going to another screen.
Bam. Right there. Yeah, and positive galore. Oh, by the way, one of the enhancements we're going to have in the next couple of weeks is it's basically a news chart. This is going to be super cool. I'm excited about this, Joe. I don't think I've talked about this with anybody yet. So a big announcement here on the Sunday video. It's going to be a news chart that shows you how much news stories are going through, how many news stories are going through, how many are positive, how many negative, and how many are neutral. And then you can see if a stock is like gaining a ton of excitement, a ton of attraction, a ton of positive news or negative news, and then maybe building a trading plan around it. That's coming really, really soon. There you go. First reveal. Thanks to OKLO, the nuclear stock of the day. It has gone nuclear and is exploding higher. Let's go to the next stock, right? That was like the top one besides the market on Reddit this week. Next is Opendoor. Opendoor just got a new CEO. We talked about this a couple days ago. And also got a buy signal on September 9th. Let's go to that one real quick. Open. September 9th buy signal. Oh, this is what I was drawing on the chart saying, listen, when a big move up like this happens, it is very possible to get a big, ugly, nasty move down. That was the point I was trying to make here. And we have not seen that yet. But if it starts to reverse, Joe, if it closes under the 10 or under the 20, it's very possible that these big, beautiful uptrends that we see right here, may be over. But since that buy signal, good gravy, Joe, we're only up 57%. OKLO and Opendoor have been just monster home runs here this week. This is awesome, right? But if we're looking at it right now, the stock fear and greed actually is abating. People are starting to get more fearful. Makes a lot of sense when a stock runs like that. People are actually starting to get more fearful. How about Tesla? Tesla is always one of those stocks that a lot of people want to talk about all the time. Elon just bought $1 billion worth of Tesla the other day. Did you hear that news?
I did hear that news. And look at the effects here. You got the stock becoming more greedy just as soon as he bought it.
Exactly. And the buy signal came way back here, August 12th, still active. And then Elon must have heard that we had a buy signal. And he's like, oh, I should go buy this stock. I don't know if I got a good Elon. I'm going to try. Oh, I should go buy this stock. It's not going to work. It's not going to work. Elon must have thought, you know what? I got 17 children. I need to go pay for them. So I'm going to go buy some stock. How about that?
There you go.
Okay. So buy signal came through August 12th. Let's go to Tesla's chart real quick. August 12th to now is a decent while back. Let's see right here. Now with our plan M, that if you're following along with the channel, we're showing you exactly how I will be trading 365 days a year with plan A, plan M, plan ETF, and plan sit in cash and don't F up. So don't miss out on that. Right. Our plan M would have had us in this trade for sure, had everything lit up on that day and still holding it up. How far, Joe, is it up? Only 24%. We're 3 for 3 so far. Big giant moves. Boy, but you and I both see something right there that makes me nervous. What would that be, Joe?
There's a lot of resistance he's got to fight through on this price, though. There's 2 separate blocks.
That's right. 2 big order blocks. This one is 250 days old. This one is 283 days old. Imagine the people who bought the stock right here are still holding on to it. And once they get back to break even, the first thing they're going to do is what, Joe?
Offload. Get rid of it.
As fast as they possibly can, right? They're going to sell the mess out of it. And it might just wreck Elon's day. How you like that? That wreck Elon's day? No, I know it's no good. Let's go to the next one. Nvidia. Nvidia got some big news this week, and Intel did too. They announced a partnership with about $6 billion worth of contracts working together. AMD being the redheaded stepchild, they got left out of that deal. But Intel and AMD, Nvidia and Intel are going to be working together really soon. However, it's not looking great on Nvidia. Not really at all. I mean, Nvidia is still sitting on a sell signal that came through here on August 1st. It's been going sideways since then. I think after Friday's close, no, it's still not there. We still don't have the 10 over 20 price over 50. So we still have a bearish trend, or I should say at least a sideways trend. Now, Monday, if it opens up, those should cross over, but it hasn't crossed over just yet. I mean, Nvidia, honest to goodness, 4 of 9 doesn't look all that hot to me. Doesn't look all that
that's
hot.
a tough one to take. The only thing I can see going forward is you've got support. You know, it used to be resistance, now it's support. So,
for sure.
It might hold that price up.
It might. Let's go to Intel. Speaking of Intel, 8 of 9. 8 of 9. This is the best, hottest one we've seen on here. We've got the trend on the sector, the breadth of the sector, and even as hot as it was running on the heat map, boom, a new buy signal came through on Friday. I'm not surprised that it came through. Let's go look at the Intel chart. Ooh, but we got some issues here, Joe. This reminds me of what I like to call what?
Gap and crap.
Gap and crap. I wouldn't give Intel any of my dollars right here. Why? Because it's closing underneath the low of the gap candle. This is a bad sign. A bad sign. Even though we got a buy signal here, even though it's got 8 of 9, this is one of those days where it's like, as a trader, I know what to look for, and I know that is a really, really bad sign. So I wouldn't be buying Intel right here. No way. If it does recover and move up higher, maybe. But right now, that looks like a buttload of risk all the way back down. I don't like risk, Joe. But no. I like Google. Look at this. Buy signal came September 2nd. This one has 8 of 9. And that looks like a gap and a go. So let's look at the difference between Intel and Google, right? Your gap up, close under the gap candle. Your gap up, does not close under the gap candle. This is a perfect example of gap and crap versus gap and go, right? There's a low of that candle right there. Did it close underneath there?
Nope.
And then it's just gone. It's been running. This is the notes we made a week ago. Now it's up 10% since that point. 10% since the gap. Actually, the buy signal came the day before the gap on the 2nd. Yeah, so I need to pull this down to here. 20% since that buy signal came through. And this is why we look for gap and goes versus Intel's gap and crap. Pretty cool to see those side by side. I'm glad that those two came up next to each other. Let's look at AMD, the redheaded stepchild of the tech stocks at the moment. Everybody is scared to death of AMD. Look at the greed. Dude, the greed on AMD just rose for like continuously for months. All the way back from, where's this at? April. It never slowed down. Peaked August 5th, and then has fallen off a cliff fast. People are not greedy on AMD right now. People are actually becoming a lot more fearful. Look at the chart on AMD.
Look at it fell off a cliff and built resistance. So now it's got to fight up through that. That's got a ways to go.
I think it could bounce between this area pretty hard because it did make some support and it did get hit by this huge level of order blocks right here. Tell me order blocks don't work. You can't. The very first time I came up into this area, completely monkey hammered. So AMD looks pretty rough here. I'm not interested in that one. What about SoFi? SoFi bros, man, SoFi bros, like they're a unique breed. They're SoFi till they die kind of guys. The sector doesn't look great though. The sector's getting more and more fearful, more and more sell signals. And SoFi seems to be bucking the sector, which is a great thing. If the sector turns around, it can help elevate it. But on its own, it's got the trend, the signal, the fear and greed, and it doesn't look like any outlier blocks on top of it. Let's double check. Whew, that looks good. That, my friends, is what is called a big, beautiful trend. This is the type of trend that you want to see when you've got the 10 over the 20 and over the 50, and it just runs. Okay, this is exactly what you're looking for. I have overdone it on the voices today. I'm sorry, but dude, look at that. That's gorgeous.
That's a beautiful chart right there. Yep, there's
That's
no
what you want
resistance
to see.
coming onto it. It could just keep right on going. Now, if you're going to get into it, don't forget to know where you're getting out. Don't just go in blindly.
This, and Joe, a stock moving like this, I mean, that's a nearly vertical move. Makes me concerned about the 50-80 rule. The 50-80 rule is 50% of the time a stock that moves like this will fall by 80%. And 80% of the time a stock that moves like this will fall by 50%. Of course, I'll get all the SoFi bros hating on me in the chat, and that's fine. Right? You do you. Leave the comments down below. It helps with engagement. It helps the YouTube algorithm push it to more people. So thank you for that. But bro, this looks hot. Really, 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 really hot. And not in the best way possible. Let's go to Palantir with a sell signal that just came through today. Palantir sell signal came through today. It's decently fearful on this. Look at that. I'm surprised by this. And even moving down more on fear. Palantir. And it looks like it has some resistance that it's running into right here. Combined with the sell signal and that order block right there. Doesn't look good, Joe.
No, it doesn't look good. I'm not going to put my money there, but some guys are probably looking at this thinking that could form into a cup and handle if I could dig a handle out of the trash bin.
For sure. They totally would be thinking that right now. But yeah, I would, that really concerns me. Seeing this big pullback right here with a sell signal with overhead resistance, gives me some pause. Speaking of pause, HIMS also has a sell signal, but HIMS, man, this stock has been beat up like nobody's business. This is one of those examples of 50-80s, right? Where, in fact, let me remove the drawings on here. The 50-80 rule in place. So before you say, oh, that's so stupid, this could never happen to SoFi, happened to HIMS, I went down 64%. Okay? And then it happened to HIMS again, and this time it went down 36%. And then it happened to HIMS again. But Chris, it's different. I know it's different. But you know what always happens? I don't know what always happens, but a lot of stuff happens where it rhymes like this, right? This dude went down 64%. It went down 36%, and then went down again 41%.
Yeah.
Could that happen to SoFi? Absolutely, it could. And this is why we need to keep our risk in check. And this is why you need to understand the power of trading with the trends, rather than trying to trade against them. Because imagine, Joe, if you were a smart trader and you captured this huge move up, got out of the way when it closed under the 10, you captured this huge move up, got out of the way as it closed under many, many times. You captured this move up as it got out of the way, and you got out of the way. And then you're capturing another move up right here, but you got a sell signal. So Hims is a very temperamental beast, it looks like. I don't know about Hims. Let's go to UNH, United Healthcare. Warren Buffett's favorite play at the moment. Buy signal came August 19th, and it's getting more and more and more greedy. It's up at 85 on the greed scale. Let's go to UNH real quick. Let's go to UNH. I mean, it's clearly hit the bottom of a stage 4 downtrend, and it's trying to make a new stage 1 sideways consolidation trend. Will this continue up higher? I don't know. Right? It looks kind of sketchy to me. The healthcare sector doesn't look all that great, but the stock itself, trend, signal, fear and greed, and outlier blocks are all looking pretty good. Let's go to Oracle. What's his name? What's the Oracle guy's name? Do you remember? Larry, I think. Larry Ellison, is that right?
I'm struggling.
Well, whatever the Oracle guy's name is, maybe it pops up here on the news. He was briefly the richest man in the world, overtaking Elon Musk because of these. It's Larry Ellison. Yeah. Because of this move that happened, right? So basically, if the move finds a little bottom and comes back up, he could be the richest man in the world once again, ORCL. And I mean, he probably realized that we got a buy signal on here. So he's like, I should definitely get a buy signal. But huge, ugly, nasty overhead resistance and a gap and crap on top of that. You got overhead resistance with a gap and crap closing underneath the low of the gap candle. So the mini closes under the low of the gap candle right there. Doesn't give me a lot of comfort, even with an 8 of 9. Let's go to our last two. Robinhood, sell signal today on the Robinhood. Everything lining up for here. Let's go look at Robinhood's chart. But looking really strong. So I would take this opportunity to take profits on Robinhood. That's the way that I would look at this, right? It's been a big, beautiful uptrend for a minute. But if you're still holding Robinhood at this point, I think today might be the day to be planning to take some profits here. And our last stock of the day, Apple. Sell signal here on Apple. People weren't excited. Like, I got to tell you, I wasn't honestly all that excited because the phone is like basically the same phone that we've had for years, right? We're coming right up here into this order block and the excitement is not there. Apple's innovation is totally toast. And while it is moving up higher, got that sell signal, be very, very cautious here because the stock is really losing a lot of steam, getting more and more fearful with the sell signal and with overhead resistance. That could prove to be a big, big headache for those who are invested in Apple. Joe, thanks so much for coming on and hanging out with me today while we went through all these stocks. If somebody were interested in, I don't know, saving time, making money, and starting to win with less risk, what do you think they should do?
Yeah, they could click on one of these videos.
On one of those videos that's probably covering up our face right now?
That's right.
That sounds great, dude. Have a fantastic day. We'll talk soon.